Hello, and welcome to Dr. Edmund A. Babler's Memorial State Park 2025 public meeting. My name is Chris Ferree, and I'm superintendent here for the park. We're going to kind of do an overview of the park real quick via this video, and then we're going to talk about some past accomplishments we've had this year, and then also looking at a few of our upcoming projects and things that are coming out in the future. So we always like to talk about our state park mission, and that is to preserve and interpret the finest examples of Missouri's natural landscapes, to preserve and interpret the finest examples of Missouri's cultural landmarks, and to provide healthy and enjoyable outdoor recreation opportunities for all Missourians and visitors to Missouri. Specifically, our park mission statement is to preserve the park's mesic old-growth forest, preserve the park's historic CCC, which is Civilian Conservation Corps, and WPA, which was the Works Project Administration Resources. Those were both 1930s U.S. programs during the Great Depression. And we also provide recreational opportunities consistent with the park's character. Some quick facts for the park. It was dedicated October 10th, 1938. It is approximately 2,441 acres of Ozark border Missouri River Hills landscape. We average about 498,000 visitors each year to the park. Currently, at park staff levels, there are 7 full-time year-round, and then we have approximately 5 to 10 seasonal workers that help us out. Really significance for the park, of course, we talked about our natural landscapes. It's a really beautiful piece of green space in the western part of St. Louis County, and that's preserving the River Hills landscape. And then also interpreting and taking care of our existing CCC and WPA buildings and infrastructure. We do offer overnight guest recreation, which includes 75 campsites, a 30-person capacity special use area, and the Jacob L. Babler Outdoor Education Center, which is a group camp. Park receives an average of 31,000 campers a year in the campground and special use area, an average of about 5,000 users at the Outdoor Education Center. Daytime guests, the park provides opportunities for outdoor recreation and picnicking. We have the main base of operations here is the River Hills Visitor Center, kind of in the center of the park. 17 miles of trails for hiking and equestrian use, 3 picnic shelters and an enclosed shelter, and numerous picnic sites throughout the park. And all of this, of course, in conjunction working with the Missouri State Park Rangers, who offer the law enforcement aspect of the park. Of course, we take care of a lot of infrastructure. If you've been in the park, we have lots of buildings, newer, older, taking care of water lines and sewer lines and everything that goes in between. And so we are responsible in our maintenance crew for the upkeep and restoration of all buildings and infrastructure. Newer construction, which does include the Visitor Center and Outdoor Education Center and campground, and our park's historic district, which has 22 buildings dating from the 1930s and constructed by the Civilian Conservation Corps and the Works Projects Administration. Focal point here at the Visitor Center, of course, information about the park. We have maps. We can do reservations here. And then we also have our newly expanded, with a lot more offerings this year, of our park-focused merchandise here at our store. And there's also meeting space that's based here at the Visitor Center, and a good place, like I said, to get a lot of information about the park. We do interpretive programs and outreach led by our naturalist staff. They provide year-round programming for a variety of groups, which include campers and visitors and youth groups and schools where we do outreach, and schools come here as well. We host the Babler Outdoor Adventure Program and do outreach events. We also have a numerous amount of natural resource opportunities. We'd always like to highlight our upcoming managed deer hunt, which we do that in conjunction with the Missouri Department of Conservation. And this year, that is happening November 7th, 2025 through November 9th, 2025. And the park will be closed except for hunters and staff. We also do a lot of other stewardship initiatives, which include prescribed burning to promote our natural landscapes and ecosystems, and of course, invasive species removals. We have plenty of volunteer opportunities to help participate in that or learn more as well. We also have a very unique cooperative partnership with us. I mentioned the Outdoor Education Center previously. That is run in conjunction with our partners, the Parkway Rockwood Community Ed organization, and that is an offshoot of the Rockwood School District, which is a local school district here. The Outdoor Education Center staffing is operated day to day by the Parkway Rockwood Community Ed. School year is used for school camps, and summer and weekends used by such groups as scouts and organization camps and retreats. They also utilize part of our historic riding stables, which is also known as the Outpost, for their summer camp program, which is called Babler Wild. It's a really unique partnership. Like I said, they run the day-to-day of this group camp that has multiple cabins, dining hall, rec hall, and things like that. And we help provide that base upkeep. And it's a really good partnership to make that camp well utilized. Some of our past year accomplishments, of course, that we've had. If you've been to the park, we've been anxiously waiting for our campground to finally, our upgraded part of the campground to finally be completed. That was completed here at the end of June in 2025. That was the addition of 38 new campsites with new pads, new alignments, and of course, addition of full hookups. So that's 50 amp service, sewer and water hookups in each one of these sites. We're a wildly popular campground, and we were happy to get this project finally completed, and so visitors can be using that this summer. Some of the other project updates that we've had you may not have seen. We've been working at our group camp of adding air conditioning to all 8 of the cabins. We are down to the last 2, so we're very excited about that. The cabins have never had air conditioning in them, and as our summers are hotter, and special needs groups are looking for places, especially at night, to utilize AC inside these buildings. So we're excited to keep moving that forward, and hopefully we'll have all of the cabins have air conditioning by the end of this year. And we also replaced a very large HVAC unit, heating and cooling unit, at our big rec hall. That was a big undertaking, and so that was another nice project to get completed down at our group camp. Another one that we're kind of in the middle of at the moment, which is an American Rescue Plan Act project, is connecting the park to municipal water. Currently, we are on a well system, but we are going to hook into a municipal water source, and we'll be decommissioning that old well. That will give us better water quality, better pressure, better service. So we're excited about that happening. That should hopefully be completed here by the end of 2025. Some of the other updates that we're still working on, which were revenue bond projects that were issued via the state. Of course, our Babler Lodge project that is going along, still through design phase, working out the kinks and getting that done. And hopefully that will be out to bid for some construction and really looking at having that accessibility to the public to rent out and to stay in. So we're very excited about that project. Another major one that's kind of coming up is working on some of our Civilian Conservation Corps stonework that's throughout. This one specifically is working at one of our prominent tunnels that go underneath the road here at Guy Park by our old equestrian lawn. And this, stonework and mortar needs a constant upkeep. And this is a complete rehabilitation of this very large complex. We're excited about getting that done. That's along our paved trail. And then also on the Horizon projects, this is kind of back into the design phase, partnering with Great Rivers Greenway of having the extension of essentially coming out of, if you're familiar, the Monarch Levee Trail, which is in Chesterfield, Missouri, coming down in through the park and out through the park and into Wildwood itself proper, kind of badging it as a Western Greenway. So looking at that, how that comes through the park and be connected and trailheads and things like that. We're very excited about this and people having another accessibility into the park other than a vehicle that they can come in and experience the park. We want to thank you for watching our public information video. Please feel free to share this link with your family and friends. We value your feedback, and commenting will be open for 30 days on YouTube and mostateparks.com. If you have any questions, please refer to our contact information, which is provided here for your convenience. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find this information in the video description. If you're watching on mostateparks.com, you can find it at the bottom of the page. We also like to mention, thanks to the citizens of Missouri, our state parks and historic sites are supported by 1/1/10 of 1% of the park soils and water sales tax. This sales tax allows free access to Missouri's 93 state parks and historic sites. Remember, you are always welcome in Missouri state parks. If you have any other questions, please contact us at what we mentioned below, and we hope to see you out here in the park.